Hi everyone, welcome back to my ADF video series. So today, this is the third video of the series basically, and I will recommend that before going to this video, you should go ahead and check my previous video so that you will know the basic understanding of these components. Okay, there I have explained you like what all these things we have, and in this video basically I'll be covering the practical part of these components, not all but these four components basically. Okay, and we will go ahead with a small use case, okay, where I'm going to create a storage account, okay, in which I'll be keeping one file, that is, let's say, input data file, and I'll also use one activity like copy activity, which will copy this data from this folder, from one container to another container, okay, and it will paste that data uh, from container 1 to container 2 basically. Okay, so this will be the activity which we will be doing with the help of okay, with the help of ADF. Now let me quickly go to my ADF account, or my portal, basically Azure portal. If you see here in the ADF, okay, so for this use case, right, obviously we need a storage account first of all. Okay, let's create one storage account inside your basically inside your resource group. Okay, okay, let's create it. You can name it anything. Let's say storage account for copy data activity. Okay, and then I'll not change any settings as of now, because as of now it's not required, and we will cover all these things in the upcoming videos. So let me quickly create it. It will take a minute or so something, and then it will submit the deployment so that the resource will be available in your resource group. Okay, once it is deployed, you will get an option here to go to the resource in the pop-up. Let's just hold for a second. It is still in progress. Yeah, so your deployment is completed, so you can directly click on this go to resource and it will redirect to your storage account. Okay, so in the storage account what we need is a container. Basically we keep all our files in the container. Okay, so container, you can understand container as a folder, simple. So let's say this is my input container. So, and as of now, let's not think more on these, like the accesses and all, just create it. Okay, and we'll keep one file inside it. Let me upload a file. Okay, once you click on this upload, it will give you an option, and this is a file which I already have. Let me upload it, and I'll show you as well how this file looks like. What is the data we have inside this file. So I click on this. Okay, it will give an option how to add it. It's a simple text file, okay, which has few test cases or something related to this. A simple data basically. Okay, let's close it. Okay, so the file is uploaded. So if you go to this paint section, you'll see like what we have done till now is like we have created one storage account, we have created one folder like our input folder, and we have kept the data inside it, we have kept the file. Okay, now we want this file to be moved, or to, I mean, we want the data to be copied from this file to another file. Okay, so for this activity we can create a pipeline in the ADF. So I'll quickly move to ADF. Okay, and if you see here, author tag. Okay, so there are 4 screens basically in the ADF, which I have covered in the last video. So the second tab or second option, like the author option, basically is a developer option, developer page. Okay, you can create your pipeline over here. So to create a pipeline, you can simply click on these 3 dots here and you can click pipeline. It will ask you the name of the pipeline. Let's say it is our use case 1. Okay, use case 1 pipeline copy activity. Okay, I just given the name. If you want, you can put the description as well. Now the activities, you can select it from here. Like you can see there are multiple activities. You can expand these activities and all. Sorry, you can expand these activities. See, so there are multiple activities. Okay, so as of now we will start with the copy data, and later on we will proceed with the other activities as well, one by one. So just be with me, and then I'll cover all these things in my upcoming videos. So let's copy this data. Let's use this activity. You just have to drag and drop it here. Okay, let's close, cancel. It's okay. So once you have selected the copy activities, the basically you need to provide the input and the output file locations, right? So in the copy activity, you will see these 2 tabs. One is source and the other one is sync. Okay, so the source tab is basically your input data source. Okay, and the destination is basically your sync. Okay, so you can give the file location path in the source tab, and then you can give the destination location in the sync tab. So how to do that? Okay, so before doing this, okay, just remember one thing, right? See, we are taking another resource of the Azure, that is called storage account. Now we need to use this resource in our ADF, right? So we are using an external resource in the ADF. So we need to create basically a right, we need to basically create a linked service between them. Okay, which is nothing, which is actually like the authentication mechanism, right, by which we can authenticate in the storage account as well. Okay, so to create the linked service, what we can do, we can go to the last section, manage, and here you will see link service option. Okay, just click on this new. You can use, since you need to create the link service for storage account, you can click on Azure storage block, continue, and you can name it as whatever you want. That's our use case 1 linked service. Okay, and then you need to select that storage account here. Okay, storage account for copy data activity. I think this was the one, right? SA for copy data. Yeah, right. So you can select this storage account. Okay, and you can test it if the connections are fine or not. So linked service is just like a connection string, which will help you to establish the connection between the other resource. Create. Okay, so your linked service is created. Now let's move back to the author section. Okay, and now you have to create the data sets. So data set is like a let's see, okay, so let's try to understand data set as a component of copy data. Like we need to create here, if I talk about the copy data, right, we need two data sets. One is source and the other one is destination, right? So based on the activities, we need to create the data sources. Okay, so for this example, I'll be needing 2 data sets. One is for source and the other one is for destination sync. So I'll create a new data set, and let's see, storage account again, continue. I have selected one notepad file, right? So I'll select binary, continue, and the link service we just now created, right? Now we have to give the path. Okay, so let's say this data set is my input data set. Okay, data set. Use case 1. Okay, now you can either browse it. Okay, see it will take the path automatically, and click on OK, and then you already named it and everything, right? So your first data set is created. Now you need one more data set for sync, right? Click on new, again the same way. Okay, storage account, click on continue, select binary, continue. Let's say same link service, and this time you want, let's say instead of input you want to create another container, let's say output. So you can write it like this. Okay, if you want any folder name or other things, right? Like in this case, if I select this, it will take me to the directory as blank and then this one. Okay, so I can put one more folder name inside it, let's say output container, and then inside output container I will say it's a use case 1. So it will create a folder as use case, and then it's my, let's say, output. Okay, so I have created one file name as well. Now click on OK. So what it will do, it will create a folder inside it. First of all, it will create a container. Inside that container, it will create a folder. Inside folder, it will create a file with this name. Okay, and then what copy data will do, will copy the data from the source, and it will put the data into the destination. Okay, you can name it as output ts underscore anything you want. Okay, and that's it, you're good to go. Okay, so you are done with your data sets as well. Okay, test connections, and it is fine, it is fine. Okay, so your data sets has created. Okay, now what you can do, close. Now let's use this data source as in the source and the sink. Click on new. Okay, blob. We don't have to create new, sorry, my bad. So what I will do, it will give you an option here directly for input and then from output. Yeah, it will give you this options to set the data, to select the data sets. Sorry, I was confused actually. Okay, I was thinking about some other activities. So once you select these data sets in their source and then the destination, the sync one, okay, you are done. You can simply publish all the changes. Once it is published, everything whatever is there in your pipeline, it will save. Okay, it will be saved. Even if you are logged out and if you logged in, you will see these things again. So just click on this validate. It will validate the pipeline. Okay, so pipeline does not have any errors, it has been validated. Let's debug it first. Okay, it will create an ID. Okay, it will show you the status. As of now it is in queue, and sometime it will show you completed or processed. This is completed like that. You can click on refresh and it is succeeded. Okay, so let's go to the container and let's see if the containers are created, the folders are created, and everything is there or not, the file is there or not. So if you see, we didn't created this container, but the container is created now. We didn't created any folder, but the folder is created now, and inside this folder we have the data. Okay, so you must be wondering if we actually copied the file, or if we just copied the data. So basically we just copied the data, we didn't copy the file. Okay, so what this pipeline does and did was it copied the data whatever is there in our source, and then it pasted the data into the destination. Let's see if the data is there or not properly. So click on edit, and if you see, the data is there, right? So I think that's it for this video. In the upcoming videos I'll come up with the new use cases, and again we will see few more activities with these components. Okay, and in the next video I'll be mostly covering the trigger part. Okay, how to trigger these pipelines as on the schedule basis. So thank you, thanks a lot for watching this video.